Hello everyone, welcome back again to this channel. Thank you so much for joining me again. So I bring you guys updates from Nnamdi in court today as he arrives Federal High Court. That is 29th May 2027. Nnamdi is in Abuja High Court right now. So his court updates, this is actually what is going on in court. He said that Nnamdi, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, arrived Federal High Court Abuja for the continuation of his self-determination case against Nigerian government. So guys, stay tuned for more updates as I show you guys this video when he arrived court this afternoon. Guys, take a look at this video.
You're blocking me. Oh. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good to see you. Oh, sorry.
Good.
So my people, this was Nnamdi arriving court today. As you can see him, the person that was behind him was Aloy Ejimako. So this is the entrance he made today in court, which is what 29th May 2025. So reading on to what is really happening in court today, it says that the court is expected to hear and adopt final written addresses from both the defense and the prosecution. These addresses will focus only on the trial within trial. which was ordered to determine whether or not Nnamdi Kanu's 2015 statement to the DSS were made voluntarily or under duress. Main trial may resume afterwards depending on how long the ruling takes. The court proceedings commenced immediately the presiding judge arrived following the announcement of both teams. However, the defense team raised an objection to the admissibility of the defendant, that's Nnamdi Kanu's written statement, originally taken in 2015, reiterating his earlier stance that the statements were made under duress. Meanwhile, the prosecution countered the objection, urging the court to overrule the defense and admit the statements as valid and voluntary. So reading on to what is next that is happening in court, it says the court has gone under a 1-hour recess to resume shortly. It is important to note that the court is expected to adopt its addresses, that's ruling on the voluntariness of the defendant's statement brought as evidence by the prosecution witness during yesterday's trial within trial when it resumes one after the break. So this is what happened in court now. He said Nigeria would have not succeeded in adopting Nnamdi Kanu without the collaboration of British government. So this is actually the analysis of what is really going on, and this is what someone said about Nigeria would not have succeeded in adopting Nnamdi Kanu without the collaboration of British government. So this is someone's opinion about this. I want you guys to take a look at this video and hear what this man have to say. I'm saying that Nigeria would not have succeeded in bringing him to Nigeria without the collaboration of British government, which is that the British government are involved in the kidnap, and will I even say yes, actually it's a kidnap, the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu.
Nobody is
so guys, take a
asking
look at
how
the video and we'll
Kanu
right back
was
to
brought into Nigeria from Kenya. In fact, everybody has stopped asking. But that's a question that we should ask. Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen. The British were also part of this whole thing, because it will never have succeeded without British support. The DSS has come out to say that they are not the ones that did it. The witness during Nnamdi Kanu's court case said that he was from airport. He received Nnamdi Kanu and took him straight to the DSS dungeon. Then you ask, who exactly carried out that mission? The British agency and Nigerian agency collaborated to pin Nnamdi Kanu down. That goes on to show you the reasons why there has been no effort by the British to support Nnamdi Kanu and make sure that his stay in DSS comes to an end and in fact gets his freedom. I'm saying this because the British have a mandate to protect their citizens who are facing trials in foreign countries. Yes. Yes. Fact check me. In fact, I'm going to read you something now to show you the rights of British citizens, to protection against unfair trials in foreign countries. And in fact, they have a mandate. The British consuls have a mandate, to stand by a British citizen who is undergoing trial in foreign countries. And since Nnamdi Kanu has been going in this trial, have you seen the British recently come to his aid effectively? In fact, let me tell you, to add to you, the British fight against illegal detention against its citizens in foreign countries. Yes. They fight against it. They lobby against it until that person receives fair trial and fair sentencing. That is the extent the British can go in ensuring that anybody carrying their passport will never be left behind. Let me read you briefly on the role of the British, of the UK, in defense of their citizens around the world. Listen very carefully. Number one, the British provides consular support. Yes, from the embassy of the country that the person is being held, the British ensure that the person is tried in line with local and international, international standards. And also, it will raise concern if the trial process appears not to be fair or the rights of the person are being violated. This is one point of what the British does to ensure that their citizen is not being, witch hunted or so. And so far, Kanu has spent 4 years in the DSS dungeon. Have the British ever released any statements to say the trial was unjust? Because 4 years in DSS dungeon is not a trial. It is just even now recently that his trial had decided to begin officially. So why haven't the British come out to condemn or pressure the Nigerian government in trying this man rightly and making sure that Nnamdi Kanu doesn't languish in solitary confinement? That is food for thought. That is the food for thought. Number 2, monitoring of the case. British consular officials may attend trials as observers. They can advocate for fair treatment, but cannot get somebody actually out of jail or demand that the case to be dropped. Just like you said, they are supposed to be there during his trial in consular services. British embassies in Abuja, just close by. How many white men did you see in the court for the past few days? How many Oyibo did you see in court? So supporting Nnamdi Kanu all this while, standing by their citizen. How many white men do you see? Nobody. They've abandoned this man because they are the ones that put him there. They are the ones that went to Kenya. They are the ones that played the major role in making sure that they assist in catching this man for the government. See, let me tell you something like that. Clear conscience fears no accusation. It is their conscience that is worrying them. How can you put somebody in cell and be coming to the cell to check the person? You know, you cannot do it now because you know you are the one that put him there. Look at the court. They're not even in the court. You don't hear any statement from them. They have Twitter account, Facebook account, UK in Nigeria. UK government in Nigeria has account. Have you seen them tweet, say anything about the citizen? If Nnamdi Kanu was a white man now with that passport, you will never hear word in the House of Assembly in UK. You will never hear word. They will talk about it until tomorrow comes. Let's keep on going. Diplomatic pressure. High profile or controversial cases where due process are not followed or allegations of torture arises. The UK government may raise the case at diplomatic levels or with international bodies. Yes! That is what I'm trying to tell you. When this Gambayan of a man that had Binance had issue with Nigerian government and he was nearly condemned to prison, what happened to him? The US government increased pressure, did everything possible to ensure that the man was, released and sent back to the country. They had to cancel all the trials. They had to cancel all the cases that he had. Everything struck off overnight. Just because they had negotiated it and it has been accepted, and now he has been released. Whatever they did under the board, we don't know. But the countries agreed that this man should be released. And the Nigerian government released him. What stopped UK government from going that same way to apply pressure to ensure that this man is also released? What stops the UK government from doing this same thing? What? Okay, let's go on. Humanitarian and legal rights advocacy. The UK may push for improvements in prison conditions or medical care. In some rare instances, they might assist in appeals or requests for clemency, especially in death penalty. Nnamdi Kanu was sick the other day. He complained of his ear, his chest, his heart, everything was worrying the guy. Did you see UK government pressure? He was even saying that he should go and see his doctor. They refused. The government refused. Did the UK now come and say, okay, we want our citizens to receive proper medical health care. We are sending in doctors. Okay, send in doctors from UK or from the embassy to take care of this man. Did you send any doctor? Nothing. They've abandoned this man. And what do you think? They abandoned him because they are the ones who put him there. These imperialists are not to be trusted at all. They can do anything for resources. Anything for resources. They can throw anybody under the bus for natural resources. It's always for the greater good of their country all the time. They don't mind. Number 5, no legal representation. The UK government does not pay for legal costs or represent citizens in court. That one is okay. Kanu never asked anybody, to pay his legal fees. He never asked anybody to represent him. All he wants is consular support. Yes, consular support is UK support. Your country supports you, backing you. It goes a long way. It's like somebody, you have a problem with somebody, you don't have anybody to protect you or to stand for you. People look at you, where's your father? No day. Your mother? No day. Your brother? You don't have. Your sister? You don't have. They can do you anything they like. Because you don't have anybody. But why would the UK come and provide such support when they are the ones that actually put him in that place? It's the UK that put Nnamdi Kanu in that cell he is now. They are the ones that bundled Nnamdi Kanu on behalf of the Nigerian government. I will say it again, clearly. I will say it again because even recently, like I said, the DSA said they are not the ones that arrested Nnamdi Kanu. Until today, no other security agency has come out to claim that they are the ones that rendition Nnamdi Kanu, leaving us with two options: the Kenyan government itself or the UK security M13. Yes. Security agents of the UK, the SS, the CIA of the UK. Among the two, who do you think? And even the Kenyan government has come out to say that they did not do it, leaving us now with only one option. The UK. They are the ones that use their agents on behalf of Nigeria to abduct this man and send him back to Nigeria. Dumped him there. Never even came out to represent him because they are the ones that put him there. Did not show any body language matters in life. See, I want to advise all of you watching this video. Watch out for body language. People.
So, my people, after Kanu's testimony, the trial within trial was now closed. And after that, we now saw that, according to what you see here, he said, Mr. Brown threatened me that if I don't do what they ask, they will stop giving me that 1 hour break, Kanu said through his lawyers. During cross-examination by the prosecution, Kanu insisted that some parts of the video interview played in court has been edited out. He also claimed that the DSS operatives ordered him to write statements. This is what is going on in court today. So reading on what's the next thing that is happening, he says that Kanu, they said he forced me to make confessional statements. DSS forced me to make confessional statements. Nnamdi Kanu tells court that the DSS have forced him to make some statement that he did not want to make. You can see the way that they're trying to tie this man down, thereby forcing him to say something he did not want to say. So, guys, reading on to what he's saying here, he said, while we wait upon the court to resume, here are some important points to note from yesterday's trial within the trial that are relevant to today's ruling on the admissibility of Nnamdi Kanu's statement. During yesterday's trial within the trial, the following points were noted. The DSS witness denied placing Nnamdi Kanu in a dungeon. They denied that one Mr. Brown threatened Nnamdi Kanu while making statements in 2015. So he said yesterday, it was established that the statements were obtained from Nnamdi Kanu without his lawyer, even when he requested for his lawyers. What the Nigerian law says about extracting a statement from a suspect without his or her lawyer. So, guys, you can see what is really going on. That they say that Nnamdi Kanu said that the statement that was made, they forced him to make those statements, which is not supposed to be so. They even said that yesterday it was established that his statements were obtained from Nnamdi Kanu without a lawyer, even when he requested for his lawyer. These people didn't give him a lawyer. They didn't also give him water. They went as far as putting him in an underground cell, which DSS has come out to deny, saying that they're not even aware that they have underground cell in DSS office. This to show you what is going on in court, that the witness that the witness that they brought are actually doing false witnessing, because you can't tell me you served 27 years in DSS and you still say that you are not aware that they have underground cell, and you're not aware that Nnamdi Kanu was put in an underground cell. How possible is that? Then if what Nnamdi Kanu has been saying ever since, that they don't used to allow, that the DSS doesn't allow his family members or his lawyers to see him, so how do they now know that he's in an underground cell? This is showing that the witnesses are just lying by him saying that he's not aware that Nnamdi Kanu is in an underground cell. So reading on to what is really happening here, they said that the judge confirmed yesterday, after watching video evidences tendered by DSS, that he heard Nnamdi Kanu consistently requesting for his lawyer, Meanwhile, before the clip being played, the DSS witness denied that Nnamdi Kanu did not request for his lawyer. So they said that the judge confirmed yesterday, after watching the video evidence tendered by the DSS, that he heard Nnamdi Kanu constantly requesting for his lawyer. Meanwhile, before that clip was being played, the DSS witness had already denied that Nnamdi Kanu did not request for his lawyer, that what Nnamdi Kanu said that he needed a rest, when the judges confirmed yesterday in the video evidence that Nnamdi Kanu was requesting for his lawyer. Like, what did Nigerian law say about a witness lying under oath? This is something we need to ask ourselves. What did Nigerian law says about a witness lying under oath? Because I keep telling you guys that it's time they bring these witnesses that they are bringing against Nnamdi Kanu to book. It's time that they need to judge them, because this is false witnessing. You took an oath and said that you're not going to lie in the court of law. Normally, before you come to a court of law, you're supposed to take an oath saying you're not going to lie. And this DSS witnesses went ahead to lie, saying that they are not aware that there are a lot of lies in this thing. The first one is they said they're not aware that Nnamdi Kanu was in an underground cell. The second one was that he said that Nnamdi Kanu did not request for a lawyer. The third one was that Nnamdi Kanu said he asked water from these people and they refused to give him water and he was thirsty. They went as far as saying that they went as far as pressuring him, that is one Mr. Brown was pressuring him that if he doesn't write the statement that they want, that the DSS wants, they're going to collect 1 hour airtime from him. And you guys understand what they mean by 1 hour airtime. And I think it's because of that particular thing that Nnamdi Kanu started bleeding from his nose. That particular thing that they told him, and I'm sure you guys know what they mean by it, but it's just like suffocating someone, like wearing someone a mark, covering the person's face, trying to suffocate the person. I showed you guys this video. This is an example of what they mean by we are going to collect 1 hour airtime from you if you don't write something, this statement in favor of us. This is exactly what I mean, guys. Take a look at. So guys, this is exactly what I mean when they said they're going to collect 1 hour airtime from him. That is exactly, you can see that person in the picture there. That is exactly what they did to Nnamdi Kanu. And I think that is the reason why he was now having a bleeding nose. Before, when Nnamdi Kanu was telling them that he is ill, he needed a doctor, they refused to give him a doctor until they started seeing blood coming out from his nose. That's when they immediately rushed to bring a doctor for him. And the claim that a DSS witness denied Nnamdi Kanu's request for a law contributed by video evidence suggests potential perjury under Nigerian law, which carries up to 7 years imprisonment. The Criminal Code Section 118, the judge observation supports this. The judge observation supports this, but intent and materiality must be proven. As of May 29, 2025, no charges are confirmed against the witness. Trial's outcome remains uncertain. Like, let me tell you something. The fact that these people are doing false witnesses, they're supposed to go under Nigerian law, which says that which carries up to 7 years imprisonment, which is the DSS people lying. Like, this is false witnessing. And they said that there's something they said about anyone who false witness in a court, especially when you have taken an oath. There's this law that it is in Nigeria, which is Criminal Code Section 118, which carries up to 7 years imprisonment. That is what the DSS witness should be facing now, because everything they have been saying in court is nothing but false witness against this innocent man. So, reading us another thing that happened, they said, we are still waiting for the ruling of Justice James Omotosho and the judge concluded trial within trial while she prepares to give her orders. The general public anticipate that justice and fairness shall prevail in the outcome. So, guys, we are still waiting for the ruling of Justice James Omotosho to give his concluded trial within trial while she prepares for orders. And everybody is now saying that justice must prevail. That's what people are saying, that just Nnamdi Kanu must get his freedom, because these witnesses cannot just come and be lying against an innocent man who did not do anything. And you guys know that there's a Nigerian law that says something about false witnesses, especially when you have taken an oath in court. It is really, really bad. There was even, these people went as far as playing. There was a time that Nnamdi Kanu in 2007 where he went for a broadcast in London and he was talking about Boko Haram. They went as far as a court to play it to everybody so that they will see what happened in London in 2007. So guys, take a look at this. This was the broadcast that was played in court.
This is why we're here today, is to protest the killing of innocent women and children and men all over Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. We are not happy. We are not pleased with what is happening, and that is why we're here today. As you can see, there are a lot of Nigerians who are protesting about the killing of families, people who are determined to tear the country apart violently, and it is not something that we support. It is not something that we would like to see continue, and we are here today to send a clear message to the Nigerian government through the High Commissioner that what is happening in the country is unacceptable, and we cannot accept it. If that continues, it will lead to the violent situation of the country. There will be no more Nigeria for anyone to go to. There will be no Nigeria for anyone to refer to. In fact, what is happening in Somalia today will be like a tea party. So we cannot allow this nonsense to continue. Something has to be done. And the consequences of the actions of terrorism in Nigeria must be driven home to the people, so that even the terrorists themselves will be able to understand that there is no mandate in their government. The only thing they can accomplish is the breakup of Nigeria. If they think that they can power people, if they think they can force people to be coerced into a religion which is not theirs, then they are clearly mistaken. We are asking for peace. We are asking for people to get together. We are asking for everybody who loves Nigeria, who is associated with that country, to please prevail upon terrorism in Nigeria so we can bring it to an end. That is why a multitude of Nigerians are gathered here today. Those of us in the UK are determined to work with the government for peace. We are determined to work with the international community for peace. The one thing we cannot stomach is a repeat of 1966. What is happening today in Nigeria was the reason why Nigeria fought a bitter civil war for 3 years between 1967 and 1970. If this continues, there will be another civil war in Nigeria. And this time around, no place will be safe in Nigeria. This time around, nobody will be safe in Nigeria. So it is imperative that everybody who has the interest of the country at heart acts now and immediately to stop this nonsense from continuing.
So guys, you guys listened to the broadcast that happened in London in 2007. That was the broadcast that Nnamdi made, which was played in court so that everybody will see as an evidence of what he did in London. So before we will actually wait for the Justice Omotosho to bring in his orders, let's actually take a look at this. Let us actually take a look at this. Now the question is, where are those the Kubo boys recruited as Ebubagu by Imo State government in 2021? You know, before they start blaming the Insecurity network for every crime activities in the southeast, they should please find the answer to the above question headline. Few months after the launch of Insecurity network in December 2022 to fill in the gap because Southeast governors failed to create a security outfit that would protect the region against instant Fulani herdsmen terrorist attack, Hope Uzodinma rushed the next year to form Ebubagu in Imo State and recruited the Kubo boys for the sole purpose of blackmailing and impersonating the indigenous people of Biafra, which is IPOB movement and Eastern Security Network. Same 2021, Ebubagu boys were noted to have camps in several Olu and Okigwe communities from where they were about attacking, intimidating and killing innocent people, burning many people's houses and kidnapping for ransom. Some PGS and traditional rulers who protested their unprofessional methods were brutally killed, their palaces, houses vandalized and burned down. And to date, Ebubagu had no office or station, yet the Imo State government announced to have set up Ebubagu in the state without government oversight and accountability. These recruited strangers went on to name many Igbo youths without mercy or respect to human life. Ebubagu did not for one day go after Fulani herdsmen. Instead, they went on a killing spree on Igbo youth. Now, before they come out to blame Eastern Security Network, they should not forget the Ebubagus that they created. They said that they created them to bring peace in Imo State, but these people went on killing people in Imo State and they said that they were bringing peace. It was not the Eastern Security Network who was not seen trying to bring peace in Imo State by trying to make sure that many of our people are not attacked by these same Fulani terrorists. Now, a radio presenter at Oziza FM in Owerri, Imo State, then was one of the voices calling out the atrocities of these Ebubagu boys in Imo State, seeking justice for families of victims of Ebubagu menace and calling out the Imo State government to tackle the embargo rascalities. Instead, Nosonkwa faced several assassination attempts on his life. The Imo State government targeted Nosonkwa and later adopted him. All this because he was vocal and using his platform to speak against embargo authorities in Imo State. Nosonkwa is still alive today. People can go and verify him or visit his platform. To shield their criminality, these embargo boys always cover their faces with masks and mount unauthorized checkpoints along community roads within Olu and Okiwe. They usually speak pidgin English and barely speak Igbo fluently. They move around with government-donated pickup vans and siana with inscription reading Ebubagu. They were the people many ignorant and gullible Olu residents christened as unknown government and Umuoma Siana in 2021-2022. Later, Ikenga Ogochinyere's home was attacked and burned down by this same Ebuagu used by the government against opposition and dissident voices in Imo State. Many people who are tagging IPOB and Eastern Security Network to every crime in Igbo land today were not speaking up against Ebuagu and their rascalities then. While being recruited as Ebuagu and used to cause insecurity in Southeast, go after political oppositions, assassination, distant voices, kidnap many people and intimidate unyielding business and political enemies. Did Asere Dukubo not say that those boys killing in Imo and Anambra were his boys recruited by the government? Did he not say that the government contracted them to work as agents, provocators by impersonating Eastern Security Network so they can blackmail Nnamdi and IPOB and Eastern Security Network as a violent organization? Did Asere Dukubo not say these things with his mouth in the video? Where are those Asere Dukubo's boys today? They have left Southeast where they were campaigning in 2021. In which community were they operating from? Since 2021, have those guns in their position be withdrawn? Like a whole lot is going on about insecurity in Nigeria. So they should not actually start pointing Eastern Security Eastern Security Network and saying that they are the cause of it. They are not the cause of it. And Nnamdi has been saying this thing for a very long time now. Many people have been saying it about what insecurity is actually doing to us in Nigeria, where he was calling out all the Fulani terrorists. Guys, take a look at this video and I'll be right back.
Fulani can control you however they like. Once they announce it, Yoruba newspapers very foolishly and stupidly will support them because they want Tinubu as the president. And you are all dying every blessed day. You are all dying every day. Had you people risen up to say that what is happening in Nigeria is bad, there is no way that Fasoranti's daughter will not be alive today. That is the price you pay for duplicity. That is the price you pay for treachery. That is the price you will continue to pay until you rise up and say enough is enough. It is up to you to do it. You did it during NSAS. You can do it again. Can you imagine Fulani people telling you, if you remove Fulanis from Yoruba forest, imagine Fulani telling you, if you remove them from your ancestral lands, there will be war, and you are panicking. And you have not asked yourself, why are they not saying something about the East? Why did they not say to Eastern Security Network? Why did they not say to me, if you don't stop evacuating Fulani terrorists from the forest, there will be war? Because they know. They understand psychologically that you don't have what it takes to resist them. Do you know why Borno State is still alive? Why you still have the Kanu people in Borno today? Was because they resisted the Fulani centuries ago. You have to go back to history to understand how Nigeria came into existence. Fulani has been expanding from day one, from Senegambia. All the way from Senegambia, they've been expanding, and now they are in Okiwe. All the way from Senegambia. They are now in Okiwe. And you're asking us to somehow fold our hands and keep quiet because of 2023, because one idiot is going to come out to become a president, because of that rubbish, because of that nonsensical notion, we should fold our hands and wait until we are overrun by the Janjaweed from the Sahel. Is that how reasonable people think? Is that how people that wish to survive as a race, is that how they reason? It is very, very shocking that some of you do not understand what the Fulanis have in store for you. Very, very soon it is going to happen. And when it happens, your eyes will clear, and about whom you will see it very clearly. I was warning you in 2014, 2015, 2016. They said he's a warmonger. He's a warmongering. I went to America and I told World Igbo Congress that this war you are avoiding is going to come to your villages. They said, no, it's not going to happen. What is happening today? When Yoruba was supporting the dead idiot called Buhari, did I not warn them that this evil you're supporting will consume you? They never listened. They never wanted to listen. IPOB is a terrorist group. You're trying to divide Nigeria. But Mietiana is not. People that you are calling bandits, have you heard anybody come out to say, please Buhari, since presidency is there defending terrorists in the forest, why don't you proscribe them? No, you cannot proscribe a Fulani group. Never. And all of you, we are supporting evil. When there is the proscribed IPOB, proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. These are Yoruba journalists writing junk. Every day they keep writing rubbish. But their land is under siege. Their land is under siege. And the Fulani will take it. It doesn't take time. So I am here today to encourage them that they must stand tall and be very strong, resolute. That is what Fulani does. They control the media. They have well-paid consultants all over the world doing their bidding for them. They have that woman at UN trying to lobby the world that everything is okay in the zoo called Nigeria. But you and I know that the zoo is not okay. You and I know the game plan of the Fulani. And what are you doing about it? Nothing. Every day you read, you lament, you complain. Every day you read, you lament. And that's all you do. That is all you do. You read, you lament, you complain. You do nothing about it. Your lives are being taken away from you. Your forests are being occupied. Your mothers are being raped. Your daughters are being abducted. And the whole national government, presidency, is supporting such people. And you're telling me that Nigeria is viably sustainable. Is that what you're telling me? That somehow this contraption is sustainable, it is viable. It can never be. Because the more you stay in one Nigeria, the more you are inviting the Fulanis to take over your ancestral lands, take over your villages, and to make life a misery for you. That is the end game. That is the outcome. If you doubt me, go and do a bit of research. Ask yourself, who are the Hausa people? Who are the Nupe people? Who are the Bachama people? All of these people were steamrolled by the Fulani march to the Atlantic Ocean. And now they're in Yoruba land. They're in their forests. They are in their forests. And who is going to drive them away from there? It's not the Yoruba youths. Forget about your useless governors. Your elders are very strong. I love Yoruba elders. The way they behave, the way they talk. Very, very strong. They say they support Akeredolu. This is the governor of Ondo State. They support him in what he's doing. People must come out to say that enough is enough. When you travel to the north, do you live in the forest in the north? The Igbo people in Sabongeri in Kanu. Are they living of course it's Hausa land, are they living in the forest? They came to the town, they work very hard, they build houses, they build mansions, they develop the entire place. Is that not what they do? What are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody can answer that question. They say that they're pastoralists. I want some of you who have had your breakfast this morning, please go to your fridge or go to where you keep your beverages and you will see pig milk. Pig. Some of us were raised on pig milk. For how many years now? And you keep asking yourself, what is pig milk? Pig milk is mineral. The same milk that the cows produce in Holland can be produced in the zoo. Tell me the country in the world aspiring to be a member of the UN Security Council where you move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You so-called Nigerians, are you normal in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Show me a country that aspires to be in the 21st century moving cattle from place to place. Tell me they're grazing. Which country is that? Please tell me. All of you don't have any shame. When you have people, an entire presidency coming out to defend a very primitive, archaic agricultural practice, then you know you embrace this mess. You are in one almighty trouble, I'm telling you. People are in a mess. The Holland that you get your pig milk from, do they move cattle from Rotterdam to Amsterdam? I'm asking you a simple question. But they produce the pig milk that you're drinking every blessed day. Why can't Fulani produce pig milk in Sokoto? Why can't they produce carnation milk in Kanu? They have the cattle. Before the white man came, did you see any Fulani in your forest? All these people talking rubbish about movement of cattle and movement of... I'm asking you, before Britain came and handed over Nigeria to Fulani, ask your grandfathers, please, or your grandmothers. Ask them. All this nonsense we are hearing today in this so-called one, I want to tell you the dangers of one Nigeria. All this nonsense you are hearing today about one Nigeria, Fulani in our forest, Fulani in our village. Before the white man came, did you see Fulani moving their cattle all over the place? Did we not have meat to eat? They will answer these questions for you. Because sometimes in Africa we don't reason very well. The way we reason is disjointed. I can't understand for the life of me why instead of them to waste all that money arming and equipping this Janjaweed army Mihetiala to come and conquer you and I, why don't they open a milk factory somewhere in the north and bring the milk down south? I'm sure Southerners will buy it. After all, pig milk comes all the way from Holland. Pig milk all the way from Holland. Now you understand it. Because of the way you people reason. Why can't you produce? Is it difficult to produce milk? The same milk that comes out naturally from the udder of the cow. Why can't you can it somewhere, pasteurize it, and send it to people to eat, to drink, or to do whatever with? All over the world, that is what is happening. In fact, they produce so much milk in Europe that they pour it away. Why can't you do the same thing? A whole president claiming they are in the 21st century are supporting a very primitive practice of moving cattle from place to place. All of you, you're not ashamed of yourselves. You have no shame. As somebody will say, your shame is shaming me. I'm telling you, you people from the zoo, I'm ashamed of your ignorance and stupidity. You people are hopeless, completely hopeless. One day I want idiot to come and say, we are intellectuals. And you're moving cattle from Kafanchan to Ahoda. You are intellectuals. You are intellectualizing. You are in the 21st century, you are moving cattle, driving cattle, Nama, from over.
So, my people, you guys have listened to what Nnamdi Kanu said about insecurity as well as things that is going on in this country. Like, everybody is now complaining of what is going on. People have started saying that they should release Nnamdi Kanu. He is the only savior that is going to liberate us. He's the only person that have the ability to free us from this country called Nigeria, called zoo, according to what Nnamdi Kanu used to say, that Nnamdi Kanu said Nigeria is a zoo. And many Southeast governors have not been helping matters in Nnamdi Kanu's court case because everybody is going silent, especially the Southeast governors, they're going silent on it. Recently, people are so disappointed in Anambra State Governor Soludo. People are so disappointed in him. The way when Tinubu came to Anambra State, the only thing he could only talk about was P2B. He didn't even say anything about his brother, Nnamdi Kanu, where he's very sure that why Nnamdi Kanu is in that position he is now is because of Igbo. It's just like you sacrificing your life for Igbos to have freedom. That is the kind of position that man is there. A man who has not been able to see his family for 6 years now. A man who has not been able that his freedom of movement has been limited. Still, these people cannot rise up about their brother. The Southeast governors cannot rise up and say, let them do a meeting and so submit a letter to the president of Nigeria so that they can be able to release this one. If Tinubu can release Metu Alali, why can't he release Nnamdi Kanu? When they've already seen that Nnamdi Kanu is someone that's going to be able to change this country, that's going to turn this country around. That is why they're still keeping him in continuous detention like this. Because many people have been saying him, not only that, Kenneth Okonkwo have been saying that they need to release Nnamdi Kanu. If they're not releasing this man, they are the ones making Nigeria not to grow forward. But they don't understand it. For them not to release this man, they are holding him, they are making Nigeria not to go forward. Listen to what Kenneth Okonkwo have to say about
Nnamdi Kanu has not done anything that other people from other zones have not done. We know about Sunday Igboho, of the Yoruba nation agitator. We know of the Boko Haram people that say they want a different country where Western education is an abomination. These people have been released. Not just that they have been released. In the case of Boko Haram, they've been re-assimilated to the society, given plum jobs, even in our military. They've been given money and been resuscitated, reconciled, and rehabilitated. Why is Nnamdi Kanu's case different? There is an ethnic and some unnecessary bias that is keeping that man in jail. The government should be wise enough to release this man. You can use the Julian Assange option. If you don't want to say you are losing face, you can release him conditionally. You can release him unconditionally. As a lawyer, I've watched the legal issues very clearly. And I saw that even in the courts, from the High Court to the Supreme Court, there are discordant tones amongst them. Even in the issue of bail, some of the tier of the courts had granted him bail. Even in the issue of the charges, some tier of the court had quashed all the charges. So you can see that the government has a lot of places it can stand to release the young man and bring peace to the southeast. He is now more like a political prisoner. I tell you something, the longer Nnamdi Kanu is in prison, the taller he becomes and the shorter the government becomes. They should take the intelligent way out of this and release him like they did to other people. Rehabilitate him and reconcile him as they are reconciling Southeast completely to the nation.
So many people, you guys heard what Kenneth Okonkwo have to say about Nnamdi Kanu's trial. And let me tell you guys something. You know, I think that the government should use their intelligence in handling this Nnamdi Kanu's case. Because since they have been able to release other people and rehabilitate them, they can still do it to Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, they can do it, because the longer they keep keeping this man in detention, the more things are spoiling for them. The more that this country is not going forward. And that's one thing that the Nigerian government has refused to understand. That them keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention, just like holding the progress of this country. If they can do it to other people, if they can release other people, why can't they release Nnamdi Kanu? They need to bring peace in the Southeast, because many the Southeast are not happy because of the detention of Nnamdi Kanu. The Nigerian government detaining Nnamdi Kanu is just like a way of saying that they hate the Igbos. So them detaining Nnamdi Kanu for 6 years means that they hate the Igbos, because they have actually released many people like Metu Alali. You guys know Metu Alali. They are the leader of this Fulani bandits. They have released him, and some people that released him, they went as far as also releasing Sunday Igboha. They released many all these freedom fighters. They also released Shore. So if they can release all those people whose Nnamdi Kanu they cannot release, but it has dawned on us that the reason why they don't want to release this man, because this man has so much intelligence in his head, and they know that once they release him, it's going to be over for people, especially people who are planning bad again, especially people, the evil politicians in this country. Once they release him, it's going to be over for them. That's why you see they just keep keeping him in detention. So guys, while we're still waiting for the ruling of Justice James Omotosho in the just concluded trial within trial, while she prepares to give her orders, the general public anticipate that justice and fairness will prevail in the outcome. So while we're waiting for them, I want you guys to listen to this broadcast of Nnamdi Kanu.
When Buhari started this is agenda, Nnamdi Kanu was the first person that pointed it out. He was the first person that told Nigerians, had alerted Nigerians to what is coming. Nobody believed him until eventually Buhari now exposed himself, and you started seeing Nigerians now providing their own security, from Amateku to Ebubago that never was in Imo State and all the rest of them. It was under Buhari's word that you saw all these terrorists. Nnamdi Kanu alerted us. Go and check. It was this revelation that angered Buhari. That was why he started his ESN in the South to protect the Igbos. So it was not easy, because the first port of call would have been in the Southeast. That Buhari felt that we are too stubborn, that he's going to deal with us another. Nnamdi Kanu took preemptive steps to protect the Igbos in the Southeast. So this thing angered Buhari, because they were not easy to penetrate as they planned. That was why they put him in cooler and they used them. Ask yourself, what is that thing that is so special in him?
But evil will come back to haunt you. All of you never knew that IPOB and this Biafra movement was for your liberation. Some of you saw maybe the oil and gas from Biafra land. If they go now, we'll have access to oil and gas. In the process of having your eyes fixated on oil and gas, your forest is gone. Do you understand it? There is nothing more precious in life than freedom. Freedom is very important. And I need you to understand this very morning. Every Yoruba person supporting Fulani, you are setting up yourself to become like the Hausa people. Remember when Hausa was supporting Fulani? We are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Where are the Hausa people today? I ask you. Where are those Hausa people today? Do you see them anymore? They're saying we are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Do you see them again today? Do you see them? I'm asking you. No, because Fulani have completely overwhelmed them. It's called emasculation. Completely emasculated them. Look at what they're doing in the East. In the East, they come to the East, I will tell you, oh, you want to be the president or vice? Yeah. They say, give us land for Ruga. They give them land. As Soju Zokadu did at Lok Banta. They've taken it over in forever and ever. Give us land in your state. Hope of them approve to us that you are stood to give us land in Olu. Hope of them will give them land in Olu. We can go and kill people in Obibo. We can kill for them. How many Fulani governors are prepared to kill bandits? I didn't say normal people. I'm talking about armed, dangerous bandits. How many Fulani governors? Go and read your newspapers, you will see it there. Fulani governors are negotiating with them, giving them arms, giving them vehicles, making sure that their life is no longer a misery. But see, they come down to the south. They tell you, give us land for Ruga. Go and kill your people to prove to us that you're one Nigerian. That was why Obioso was talking rubbish. Was yesterday or 2 days ago. Supported by the BBC. The problem you people have in Nigeria is this. Your journalists, you see people, Punch newspaper, Tribune, Vanguard, and Nation, they are your second worst enemies. I'm telling you the truth. They can never ever be objective in their reportage. Never ever ever. That's why all of you are suffering. But you don't know it. They were the same people used to scuttle the NSAS protest. Of course, some of you went about looking for Indomie in warehouses. Typical black people. Any revolution that is coming now, you must stand very firm. They'll say, oh, you're Igbo. Oh, you're Yoruba. Oh, you're from Urobo. Don't join them. It's our turn in 2023. If you do this, you will scuttle our chances of becoming the president in 2023. Ask yourself, all of them that have been president from time immemorial, what benefit has it brought to you as a human being? Absolutely nothing. So you have nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. You look at them now, how they have now descended on Yoruba people, asking them to concede, give us your forest, we must graze, we must do this, we must do that. And slowly before your eyes, they are giving in, they are capitulating, they are allowing them to get, if you don't give it to us, Tinubu will not be president in 2023. Tinubu won't be the president. That's what I'm saying to you. And foolishly you will agree and hand over your land to them. And once they take your land over from you, look at Hausa. Because there is a saying where we come from. If you want to know what your life is going to become in the future, look at Hausa people. If you want to understand or appreciate, I will say, the life that you are about to bequeath to your children and grandchildren, look at Hausa people. Is there any Hausa governor today? Is there any Hausa emir? Is there land though? Katsina is Hausa land. Kanu is Hausa land. Sokoto is Hausa land. The Hausa people own it, indigenous to those areas. I'm asking you this question. Is there any Hausa man who's an emir in the north? The answer is no. Something's going to happen to you. If you don't rise up now to break, I'm not even asking people to break this rule. Demand for what rightfully belongs to you, your freedom. The freedom to decide. The freedom to write a constitution if you prefer. The freedom to live with whoever you want to live with. That is what we are asking for. But most people misunderstood what we are saying. And today, almost...
So my people, back to what is really going on in court today. Judge Omotosho is actually back. And now, according to what he said the presiding judge Omotosho has ruled on the trial within trial in favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All evidences of the defendant making oral statements or written statements as presented to the court by the prosecuting team has been rejected by the court and are consequently no longer relevant to this case. The judge stated that the defendant's statement was made under duress, and in the absence of his legal representative, the judge dismissed the trial within trial case in the favor of IPOB leader. So looking at what Justice Omotosa said in this video, because we are all waiting for him to come back with his orders, because he said that he's going to go on a break to actually take a look at what really happened. And when he came back, he started saying that he has dismissed the trial within trial case in the favor of indigenous people of Biafra leader, which is Nnamdi Kanu. He went as far as saying that all evidence of the defendant making oral statements or written statements as presented to the court by the prosecuting team has been rejected by the court and are consequently no longer relevant to this case. Now, they just stated that the defendant's statement was made under duress and in the absence of his legal representative. So Judge Omotosho was saying that what Nnamdi Kanu said is true, and he went on further saying that the defendant, that Nnamdi Kanu, made statements under duress and in the absence of his legal representative, which immediately the judge dismissed the trial within trial case in the favor of the indigenous people of Biafra. So this is what the Judge Motosho was saying. And no, the way I'm looking at this court case, the way everything is going, I'm really sure that this court case is going to favor Nnamdi Kanu, because everything that these people have been saying is nothing but lies. Everything that the DSS witness have been saying is nothing but lies. And there's this particular law that says that if you lie in court after taking an oath, that there's a particular law, it says that you're going to be in prison for 7 years for all the people that used to take oaths in the court, and after that they will be giving false witnesses. Because we have actually come to a point where we say we've checked everything that Nnamdi Kanu said. We went as far as going to his broadcast to see if there's something to use against him. They didn't find anything, but instead Nnamdi Kanu has been winning them in the court case. Like everything that Nnamdi Kanu has been saying, the judge has been finding favor in Nnamdi Kanu. And I think this is the work of the Lord. Like God is really working in this man's case in court. A lot is really going on now. So guys, before we come back to what the court is really saying, I want you guys to actually listen to what these people have to say about Nnamdi Kanu, the way that that these people collaborated with the Interpol, collaborated with the International Interpol to abduct Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. Guys, take a look at this.
Concerning Interpol, they are saying they did not participate in the rendition of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, from Kenya in 2021. And that particular denial was given by the Vice President of Interpol Africa, Garba Umar, during a television interview, specifically on News Central Television. What's your take on that? So if Interpol was not involved, then who did?
That will tell you the way they are looking at Nigeria. You know, all these lies is an embarrassment on his own.
No. Who is lying? Wait, Barrister, I want to clarify something. Who is lying? Interpol or the Nigerian government? The Nigerian government said it was in collaboration with Interpol.
Interpol, in fact, they are 110% right. If Interpol were to be involved, they will tell you. They will be the ones to even hand over Nnamdi Kanu to the Nigerian government. They were never involved. But they wanted you to look as if they carried a system follow due process. Remember, that was one of the reasons why the United Nations was angry with the Buhari government. They wrote a letter concerning that revision. And that is one of the reasons our courts here have condemned it. So they are not trying to make it look good that what they did was all right, that they followed due process. That's why they are lying all over the place.
So if Interpol...
But the people have come to clarify themselves because it determines their image. That's a criminal offense.
But there is something...
If they do not clarify themselves, Interpol will not look like a rogue organization.
There is something that Umar...
Nobody is asking how Nnamdi Kanu was brought into Nigeria from Kenya. In fact, everybody has stopped asking. But that's a question that we should ask. Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen. The British were also part of this whole thing. Because it will never have succeeded without British support. The DSS has come out to say that they are not the ones that did it. The witness during Nnamdi Kanu's court case said that he was from airport. He received Nnamdi Kanu and took him straight to the DSS dungeon. Then you ask, who exactly carried out that mission. The British agency and Nigerian agency collaborated to pin Nnamdi Kanu down. That goes on to show you the reasons why there has been no effort by the British to support Nnamdi Kanu and make sure that his stay in DSS comes to an end and in fact gets his freedom. I'm saying this because the British have a mandate to protect their citizens who are facing trials in foreign countries. Yes. Yes. Fact check me. In fact, I'm going to read you something now to show you the rights of British citizens, to protection against unfair trials in foreign countries. And in fact, they have a mandate. The British consuls have a mandate, to stand by a British citizen who is undergoing trial in foreign countries. And since Nnamdi Kanu has been going in this trial, have you seen the British recently come to his aid effectively? In fact, let me tell you, to add to you, the British fight against illegal detention against its citizens in foreign countries. Yes. They fight against it. They lobby against it until that person receives fair trial and fair sentencing. That is the extent the British can go in ensuring that anybody carrying their passport will never be left behind. Let me read you briefly on the role of the British, of the UK, in defense of their citizens around the world. Listen very carefully. Number one, the British provides consular support. Yes, from the embassy of the country that the person is being held, the British ensure that the person is tried in line with local and international, international standards. And also, it will raise concern if the trial process appears not to be fair or the rights of the person are being violated. This is one point of what the British does to ensure that their citizen is not being, witch hunted or so. And so far, Kanu has spent 4 years in the DSS dungeon. Have the British ever released any statements to say the trial was unjust? Because 4 years in DSS dungeon is not a trial. It is just even now recently that a trial had decided to begin officially. So why haven't the British come out to condemn or pressure the Nigerian government in trying this man rightly and making sure that Nnamdi Kanu doesn't languish in solitary confinement? That is food for thought. That is the food for thought. Number two, monitoring of the case. British consular officials may attend trials as observers. They can advocate for fair treatment but cannot get somebody actually out of jail or demand the case to be dropped. Just like you said, they are supposed to be there during his trial in consular services. British embassies in Abuja just close by. How many white men did you see in the court for the past few days? How many Oyibo did you see in court? So supporting Nnamdi Kanu all this while, standing by their citizen. How many white men did you see? Nobody. They've abandoned this man because they are the ones that put him there. They are the ones that went to Kenya. They are the ones that played the major role in making sure that they assist in catching this man for the government. See, let me tell you something like that. Clear conscience fears no accusation. It is their conscience that is worrying them. How can you put somebody in cell and be coming to the cell to check the person? You cannot do it now because you are the one that put him there. Look at the court. They're not even in the court. You don't hear any statement from them. They have Twitter account, Facebook account, UK in Nigeria. UK government in Nigeria has accounts. Have you seen them tweet, say anything about the citizen? If Nnamdi Kanu was a white man now with that passport, you will never hear word in the House of Assembly in UK. You will never hear what they will talk about it until tomorrow comes. Let's keep on going. Diplomatic pressure. High profile or controversial.
So guys, many people have been talking about Nnamdi Kanu's trial today in court, 29th May 2025. Many people have been saying, based on what the judge just said now, the judge said that because the judge have watched the video evidence of what really happened in the video where Nnamdi Kanu was saying that this DSS witness were denying him his lawyers. So the presiding judge Omotosho has ruled on the trial within trial in favor of Nnamdi Kanu. And many people have been commenting on that, saying that we don't need to over rejoice yet. Let us actually see what their plan is. But if it's about Nnamdi Kanu, he has won the court case. And the judge was saying that all video evidence of the defendants making oral statements or written statements as presented to the court by the prosecuting team has been rejected by the court and are consequently no longer relevant to this court. And the judge went on further saying that the defendant's statement was made under duress and in the absence of his legal representative. And many people have been reacting to what is going on. This one was like saying that the case should be closed. Every single evidence the prosecution held to is to Nnamdi Kanu's statements made under duress, as the judge has quashed them. The case should be thrown out because for 10 years the prosecution has no substantial evidence against Nnamdi Kanu. And it's actually true. I feel that for 6 years now they have not found, or will I even say 10 years, they have not found any substantial evidence against Nnamdi Kanu. So what are we going to do to this first witness DSS? What should we do to them? They need to go in for their own trial. They need to go in self, because we need to actually, for this particular first witness they did, they need to get punished for this particular first witness. Many Nigerians are now asking, what will not happen to this first witness? Like, because the judge have already given us evidence that what Nnamdi Kanu is said is true, because Nnamdi Kanu said his lawyers, the DSS witness were not giving him access to lawyers. But when they asked the DSS witness in court, he said no, that Nnamdi Kanu is lying. And now many people are now saying that Nnamdi Kanu has already won, because the judge has just confirmed that what Nnamdi Kanu said is true. And what do you guys really think that should happen to the DSS witness who has just made a false accusation against Nnamdi Kanu? So reading on to what this person said, the person said, I think this is a test run of the game. We should not be overjoyed to see the next card they have to play. They will give us small wins to evaluate our excitement and then divert the whole process. Nnamdi Kanu is already a potential winner of this judicial battle, but we know our enemies. Like, people are already saying that we should not really rejoice because of what the judge just said now in court, but we should actually be looking at them in a way. But we already know that Nnamdi Kanu is already a potential winner of this judicial battle. And this one said, therefore, let the witness be on put docket for trial for perjury because of this false witness they have done against Nnamdi Kanu. And many people are saying that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will still keep on preserving and protecting Nnamdi Kanu in this his court case, because God has actually taken over in his court case, and very soon we are all awaiting for Nnamdi Kanu to be released, because we know it is time. And many people are now saying that what will not happen to the evil witnesses, any consequences for false testimony, because many people are asking, they want to really know what will happen to this DSS witness who just did a false accusation to Nnamdi Kanu, who just did a false witness to Nnamdi Kanu. Many people are asking what will happen to them. Everybody's question. People are saying it is a valid question. We need to ask the judge, what is he going to do to this particular people who has testified? This is a false witness. Guys, a lot of things is going on in court today, and we all hope that Nnamdi Kanu is released, because the way things are going in court now is as if the judge is now in the size of Nnamdi Kanu. Just like I told you guys, he said that the judge dismissed the trial within trial case in the favor of IPOB leader, that's Nnamdi Kanu. So we are keeping our hands crossed as we hope that Nnamdi Kanu is going to be released. Though the judge has once said that he doesn't like the fact that Nnamdi Kanu is in detention while other people go for their break. A man who has a family, who has not seen his family for so long, will no more, like, he will no more be able to see his family. And the judge was saying that anybody that is bringing witness should bring it within 6 days so that they can be able to close the court case. And if they're not able to bring all the witnesses within 6 days, he's going to rule over the case and call it a case closed. Like, guys, a lot is really going on now in Nnamdi Kanu, and we just hope that Chukwu Okike Obiama, may he be with a smile, and we all pray that he will be released soon, because many people are still saying that we are still seeing the hand of God in Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, because ever since he started arriving in court, the judge has been in his favor right from beginning, and these people, the DSS witness, have been testifying bad against him. And the more they keep testifying bad against him, the more God is vindicating him and even using him to to mock his enemies. Because the more these people are saying things that he did not do, the more God is vindicating him. And even because at this point in time now, the DSS witness, like, shame should even be catching them. They are supposed to be in a big shame because everything they have said in court, nobody believed them. Even the judge is not believing them, because the more they're asking them questions, they don't even know what they are saying self. So, and someone said here, this is a question someone is asking. He said, if someone was refused the presence of his legal team and other necessary persons he requested in spite of his request for this while making confession statement, was this not duress enough? He was forced to make the statements under duress. Exactly, Master Nnamdi Kanu was forced to make those statements under duress, and this was what the judge was actually looking into. Let him know if what Master Nnamdi Kanu said is true, and he later confirmed that it was true. And many people are saying that he has seen enough evidence to know that the defendant was truly under duress. If he rules otherwise, God will judge him ruthlessly. Many people are saying that the judge has already seen that the defendant is not lying in this case. Like, there's so much evidence to know that what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said about DSS officials is actually true. Like, about what is really going on. Many people have been reacting to it. So let's just be observing. All here Biafra will keep looking out like what is really going to happen. But we all know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is soon going to be released. That is all we know, and that is our final judgment, that he's going to be soon be released. Anyway, guys, that's all we have for today. Let me know your thoughts below. If you have anything, like, want to draw any comments about what is going on about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's trial, please don't forget to drop your comment below. And also, if you know you're new to this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like and share. So guys, thanks for watching, and see you guys in my next live section.